A fantastic Wednesday. We are so excited to have you guys here today because we are going to have so much fun. Rachel, what is the date today? Is today the 8th?
Today's the 8th. It is. Bless you.
Oh my gosh,
January
excuse
8th,
me.
2020.
January 8th, 2020. How exciting. I've been writing some checks today, and I do have to say and admit, I wrote 19 at the end of a check, and I put a 2 right over that 1, and I bet the bank is going to laugh at me, but hey. I don't care.
It happens to the best of us.
I know. It's okay. It's okay. You get back in your rhythm and you go for it. So we're so excited to have you guys here today because we're making a really fun project. We're going to teach you guys how to be able to do some really fun slicing in Cricut Design Space. We're going to really break it down for everyone that may have questions, comments, and things about it, and make sure that you guys know exactly how to do it. And we're actually using something that I'm really excited about, which is cardstock. So we do not do too many projects with cardstock and different things like that. But for today's project, that is what we're actually featuring. So we're going to be able to design this. And then what I love is the frame we picked is so awesome. It's plexiglass and it's just really great. This is what they call a floating frame. So I believe we picked this up at Michael's, and it's able to create some really awesome decor for your craft area. I don't know about you guys, but January is such a great time of the year to kind of decorate for you. You've spent all of December, all of November, all of October getting ready for other people, but in January and February, you really want to create things for yourself. You may have got some new tools, you maybe have got a new machine, and this is honestly the time to test things out, try things that you want to do, and have a lot of fun. So I do want to let you guys know that our awesome deal using the coupon code BEST is coming to a very quick end. It'll be gone tomorrow, so if you want to get in, if you want to save that money, you want to get in on that deal, go now and grab it. Use that coupon code BEST at checkout so that you all are able to join in and be a part of our amazing Makers Gonna Learn community at the lowest price of the year before it goes away. And you can't get the offer anymore. So super excited. I love it. I love it. It's going to be a lot of fun walking you guys through this process. Rachel, who all is tuning in today?
Well, Tanner, just like every live, we already have about 130 winners.
Love it. Hello, everyone.
From everywhere. I'm seeing people from Kentucky, New York, Long Island, Texas, here in Tennessee. People from everywhere, Tanner.
That's amazing. Well, hello, everyone. I hope you all are having a fantastic Wednesday. We are gearing up. I'll be heading out tomorrow, but I just reviewed all the projects that are going to be being made while I'm away. You guys do not want to miss out. Rachel is making an awesome one tomorrow. I believe Becca's making one Friday, and then they have some really awesome things in store for you while I'm away, so that's going to be really good, and I hope you guys are super excited. But again, look at this awesome watercolor paper, Rachel. I feel like we are kind of cheating the system by not even having to make our own watercolor paper.
Listen, it's easy. This is an easy one today.
Yeah, this is a really good one. A lot of software that we are going to be able to break you guys in to Cricut Design Space, and then we're going to give you some of our favorite tips and tricks for making paper decor, which can sometimes be intimidating when you see us using things like an ATG advanced tape glider or our little bitty Zig 2A glue pen, which I've heard reviews or comments that these are going away. I don't know what's the status of them.
Tanner, if that's true, then we need to stock up like
that's
it is an
true.
apocalypse.
I love Zig has been like scrapbookers. Where are you at? Because we love our Zig 2A glue pens, and then we also have our reverse tweezers. So these are like paper crafters' dreams, goals, ambitions. I have a lot of craft hacks for you with today's project, and it's gonna be really good. So we're gonna be able to break in, answer all your questions. So what we need you to know is, are you a beginner? Are you brand new here? Let us know in the comments. If you are someone that does not normally comment on a live stream, Rachel would love to be able to read your comments, and we'd love to welcome you to the community. Also, let us know any Design Space related questions. Be sure to reach out and let us know those as well. So we're super excited. So yay, lots and lots of fun. But yes, so are there any questions that you guys can see? I did go and get the Keurig Cafe something.
He bought it, guys.
Well, I'll be real. We had a chair that we took back, and I just put a little bit from the chair return towards the Keurig. And believe it or not, Rachel, you're going to be shocked. Courtney actually supported the purchase.
What?
I don't understand. She said, Tanner, if you don't like it, return it. I have been eyeing this Keurig for
That's a good
few
way
weeks.
to live, though. If you don't like it, you can always return
take it
on
back.
most things.
Right, on most things. Courtney also had an experience that she did not get a refund at a store, and she was devastated. She was very heartbroken. Letting you all know, Kendra Scott, whoever you are, you do not offer refunds. So if you buy anything from that store, in-store credit, y'all, in-store credit, no refunds, even less than 30 days. Courtney was mortified that she could not return this. I've never seen her so upset. But she processed it.
Her.
It was just a lot. It was a lot for her.
It was.
She, you know how she would. Rachel's also. We know she can return mayonnaise, at times when she already has some. So, it's a lot of fun.
And we're having a lot of people saying they're brand new to Cricut. Tanner.
Yay! Well, welcome everyone. I think this project is going to be really good. I promise I'm going to keep my rambling about my Keurig to the very end so we can get into some really awesome things because we're really excited. And one of my friends called me. One of my friends saw that I got a Keurig and I was supposed to do breakfast with them this morning, but we both forgot about it. So she calls me and she's like, I bet you didn't even want to go get coffee because you got your new Keurig. And I was like, no, I still went and got coffee. I don't know what's wrong with me. I really don't. But yes, it's going to be really good. So Rachel, do you want to do action fired, a few questions, and then we'll jump into the software? So if you're holding out to learn something, stick with us. We're about to jump into it.
I think so.
Okay.
Well, Kathy said, were you up all night after your first cup of coffee?
Quite a while.
And then we've got a lot from Design Space. What is the difference between attach and group and things like that?
Yes.
And Rebecca says, what is your guys' go-to for printable sticker paper?
Ooh, great question. Office Depot has a pack of like over 100 sheets. And if you're just needing regular sticker paper, it's like $8 for 100 sheets. Office Depot, man, it's amazing. It's way more affordable.
What is the watercolor paper? Did we make it? Did we buy it?
We did. We purchased it. It's the Paper Studio, 59 cents a sheet. It's probably on sale. You can get usually like 4 sheets for $1. And it's just really cool. Like if you don't have the supplies to watercolor like myself, I know we have some in the studio, but being able to watercolor something that you feel proud of can sometimes be frustrating, and then letting it dry, etc. So this is a really good and great hack. So yay!
I think
awesome.
We're good as of right now.
Well, perfect. It's going to be so good. So let's go ahead and jump into Design Space, and I'm going to kind of give you guys a beginner's guide to Design Space, and then be able to help you guys walk through what we're doing in today's project. So it's going to be really good. So right here, you have your amazing Cricut Design Space. And yes, like Kimberly says, welcome to all the newbies. We just want to give you a warm welcome. And if you do not have your Makers Gonna Learn membership and you want access to all that we have to offer, be sure to take advantage of it for the New Year sale. And you have a day and 10 hours to get in on this. So grab this and you'll get access to your fonts. We have new fonts coming out every month. We have brand new cut files, the commercial license, you get training classes, and so much more. So be sure to get in on that. It is $12.65 a month, billed annually. You pay that upfront cost, but then look at this. You get free courses. We love it. So you can learn how to use the machine, no matter which machine you have. Design Space, and then you can build that business through die cutting. So amazing. The different membership levels are lovely as well. You can get access to the cut file library, special pricing for a few things, printable guides, and so much more. So
and it ends tomorrow. So
it does.
It's like now or never, guys.
Yes, that's very true. So you do want to get in on it and grab it while you can. It is linked down below. I'm sure Rachel's linked it for you as well. So today we are working in Cricut Design Space, and we're so excited because we're using the cut file I only craft on days that end in Y. So this is so much fun, and it's really great for you that if you have something you want to decorate your craft room, or heck, you just want to put it in your office or anything like that. It's just so much fun. And you could also use this cut file on a t-shirt or anything as well.
And Tanner, we have a great question.
Okay.
We get this question all the time. It hasn't been asked in a while.
Okay.
Miss Audrey says, what is the difference between Makers Gonna Learn and the Cricut Access Library?
That's a great question. So Cricut Cricut Access only gives you access to probably over 100,000 different images, which is amazing. But our membership is very different, where we focus in on giving you quality cut files you're able to use and projects that you're going to want to make. So it is really, really good. You get access to our fonts, which are we have way more fonts than Cricut Access, and the education is just hands down. So we really focus in on making sure you guys have the motivation, the education, and inspiration to be able to craft instead of just a bunch of cut files. Because
it's like a community here.
Yeah, we see a lot of difference. So we love it. We love it. But yes, great question. Great question. And I see a few people talking about the Pro Bundle.
Yes, they're excited about it.
I'm really excited. I'm going to go ahead and try to find you that link. I believe Rachel has it. Perfect. Perfect. Let's see here. I'm going to try to grab it from a page that I know that has it. So let me scroll down here. I'm scrolling the wrong way. Here we go. Okay, so if you go right here, Rachel's got it. So you can, let's go ahead and drop them the link for the Pro 2 because there's a lot of people wanting to get the bundle. So if you want the bundle and you want to get a better deal, you can bundle Pro 1 and Pro 2. You would just want to get it right here. And that bundle is going to allow you guys to get Pro 1, take it now, and then Pro 2 is going to be launching at the end of January. And that's going to give you 40 advanced projects. We have an awesome class on sublimation with Makers Gonna Learn, which is an addition to Cricut. We have some great ways teaching you guys how to offset things. I mean, there's a lot of really, really awesome things being taught. We have new larger than map projects. We're teaching a whole party, which is amazing. We have modern earrings with a twist, and these are all not the projects we're teaching. These are all just kind of ones to go along with it, so it's gonna be really good. So we're so excited. It's gonna be great. So again, the new class is launching January 23rd. It's gonna be so good. So yes, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But anyway, we are over in Cricut Design Space, and it's so much fun. And yes, Makers Gonna Learn, you get to keep all the cut files that you download while you're a member. Unlike Cricut Access, it's like Netflix. Once you leave, you lose access. So anyway, we are right back over here, and we are working in Cricut Design Space to kind of work through how we're slicing this out. And it is so awesome. So what we're going to do is you want to take the cut file, and this right here is how you're going to find the cut file. You can look under cut files, and we are going to go and find the ones that we're using. So I'm going to search I Only Craft. And then you can see I only craft on days that end in Y.
I think this was from last month's really good collection. There is so many really good crafty files in this collection. No matter what type of craft you are, there's definitely one for you.
Oh my gosh, and they're all so funny.
They are.
They're so all cute so funny.
And very well done.
Yes. So if you want to see all of them, just go to the For Makers category under cut files. So it is a lot of good. So we have a lot of really good ones. If you scroll down here, you can see we have the hot glue gun. We have the Thou Shalt Not Try Me Mom 24/7. It's hilarious. What's Shakin' Bacon? Make Something Amazing Today. MPD. Multiple Project Disorder. So all these are really funny. But yes, so lots of good ones. So yay!
Oh, Sweet Terry said, when I was trying to decide what classes to take or whether to join, I really appreciated you going over all the options. So keep doing it, as I'm sure there are people who want the information.
Aw, thank you, friend. We really appreciate it. Thank you for understanding.
We want you all to definitely understand, and to ask any questions that you have about anything we're doing in Design Space or the membership, anything like that. Live streams are the best place to ask your questions like that.
Definitely. Look, Rachel, I rescue craft supplies. I'm not a hoarder. I'm a hero.
Oh my gosh. That's how we all feel.
I love that. It's so awesome. So it's so good. But yes, so okay, we're in here. We've downloaded and uploaded the cut file. Super easy. And then what we're going to do is you want to take and create a square. So this square is the exact same size as our piece of paper, which is 8.5 by 11. So we sized it down just a hair. So we've sized it down to 10.75, and it's really easy to do that. If you guys need to see that, I'm going to do it right down here. You'd want to take a shape, and you'd want to take a square. And then what you're going to want to do, we're going to drag it down here, scroll down, and you're going to want to unlock it. So we're going to make the width 8. We're going to make the width 8. And then we are going to make the width, or the height, 10.75. So there you go. You have your square. You're able to lock it back, and you're good to go. So you've been able to create one right here. So super, super awesome. And it's so good. So that's how you would make your square. And then you would take your cut file, and you want to take it and put it on top of your square. So we're going to delete the bottom one. And we're going to drag these over. So you just want to take both of these and you want to select it. And one thing I like to do a lot of times is click align and just click align center, so that you know they're perfectly centered and you're not having to worry about it or second guess yourself. Now, one thing I do want to share with you guys is that with this cut file, it has 2 layers. So the Y right here is a little different color than the rest of the project, which is totally, totally fine, okay? No big deals whatsoever. And it's a lot of fun. So what you're going to be able to do to make this sliceable, you can only slice 2 layers at a time. So what that means is we need to weld this together. So watch what happens when we've selected this cut file and we weld it together. Actually, before we do that, let me try to share with you guys why you will not be able to slice. So say we select this layer and whatnot, it will not let you press the slice button. So you're just not able to do that. You can only slice 2 layers at once. So now we'll click on our cut file. We're actually going to click weld. And now you see that this is all one layer. So now we can go ahead and click on both of these, just like so, and click slice. You can only click slice, and it's really awesome. So once you click slice, you're going to be able to cut it out, and it's really awesome.
And Tanner, we do have that link for just the frame class, correct? Miss Karen was wanting to know what summit it was in, but I think you can buy that class by itself, right?
Yes, you can buy that class by itself, but the better deal is to get in on the 2019 Spring Summit.
That is true.
And you can get 10 classes for the price of 2 classes, which is really great. And if you're wanting to purchase the Pro bundle for that price, believe it or not, it is the Black Friday price that you were seeing, and we never updated it. So we will take full responsibility and offer it to you for that Black Friday price. All you need to do is email customer service and let them know that it happened on a live stream and Tanner said it's cool.
And Tanner said it's cool.
And I'll send them a note over as well. So we're super, super excited. So again, guys, all this was, just to recap, we took a square. So I see a comment saying slow down a little. So I'm going to just go through it one more time. You're going to want to take a square right here. And now we're going to unlock it. So just unlock it. This right here, when you have an image selected, there's 4 different buttons. So you can delete it by pressing the red X. And then we'll go back. You can always use that undo button. Highly recommend it. And then you can rotate it around right here. You can rotate it around. Super awesome. Just like so. And you can undo, or you can expand it, or you can unlock it. And when you unlock it, you're able to type in the width, which we want to do 8.0. And then for the height, we want to do 10.75. So it's really easy. So now you can lock it back just like that, and you're good. So the next thing you're going to do is go over to upload, and you're going to select that recently uploaded image and press insert. And then you can size it up a little. Select both of these layers. Click on Align Center. And remember, guys, we already uploaded that cut file, so it's really easy. If you guys need any education on uploading the cut file, we do have a video on that. So it'll be really good. And it's awesome. So if you do need to slice, is because we are going to have that watercolor paper behind this sheet.
We want that to show through.
Yes. So we're creating our very own stencil, and instead of, you know, painting over it or anything like that, that's actually the look we're going for. So if you want to go ahead and share that same camera real quick, so anyone that needs to see a visual to understand, we can kind of show you guys what we've got going on. So look at this right here. We love, I mean, what a fun look. So we're making our very own stencil by slicing the cut file, and this square is the square that we have just made, and then we slice through.
Yeah.
So now this is one beautiful layer, and the watercolor paper is on the background, and then we're going to take this piece of cardstock and actually cut that through. So this is what it looks like now, but after we're done, and the Cricut does its magic, and we do our craft magic, this is what it'll look like.
So this is like it's like a style of the craft. Like you don't have to do it that way. You can just cut it, size it in Design Space and do it like that. But we're wanting to kind of reverse that and have it look like a stencil to have that watercolor shine through.
Yep. So it's going to be really good. And again, you could cut through just the cut file on the watercolor paper and put it on white, and it would have the reverse look. So we really like this look because it looks modern, it looks clean, and it's really awesome. So anyway, now that we have this all set up, it's going to be really, really good. So sorry, Rachel.
Oh, you're good.
I'm taking Rachel.
Give me 3 seconds.
I totally forgot we share a mouse.
You're good.
Sorry about that. So now that we've lined that up, we're going to select both of these, and then we're going to be able to, again, realize that we cannot slice due to, you know, we need to change that. So we're going to just go ahead and click on just the I Only Craft. And again, guys, look over here with us to the right side with the layers panel. You are going to see that with the 2 layers that are selected, it is, you know, 2 layers rather than 1. So you can see there's 2 eyes right here, and this is the name of the cut file, and then, you know, there's 2. So we just need to go ahead and click weld, and if you keep your eyes on the layers panel right now, when I press weld, it's going to turn into 1 layer, easy peasy. Ta-da!
And Miss Aubrey said, is it a laser printer that I need to use with printable vinyl?
It is a inkjet only print and cut. I'm going to repeat that one more time. You can only do print and cut with an inkjet printer.
Yes, ma'am. That's true.
So
Miss Aubrey.
There you go.
We like our Canon TS8120.
Yep, it's under $100, great print and cut printer, $89.99 most of the time, up to $120 depending on where and when you purchase. So now we are selected both of those layers. We'll be able to press slice, and then look, we're able to drag this away, just like so. Delete those out, and you have your project designed. So how amazing is that? So super, super cool. And we're really excited about it. So yay, this is really good. And we're going to have a lot of fun. So we can just delete this one, and we can delete this one, and we'll be able to cut this one out right here. So it's going to be really good. And now watch what's going to happen. We're going to click make it, and it's going to be smooth sailing. Like, this is going to be really easy to be able to cut out. So let's just grab our mat. Or let's go ahead and get it set up. Sorry. We just need to connect to the machine. Now this blade is really good. We love, love, love the blade right now. So I'm going to use heavy cardstock because that is a new setting. Like, we have not seen that here too much. It's pretty close to what we already use a lot.
Yeah, we use
we love 120-pound cardstock.
Yeah. And we usually have to use the craft board setting for that
that's
as
true.
well.
That's true. So that's a little hack. So we'll try default pressure. I think it'll do really well. You want to do more?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. We'll try more.
Sure.
I like more.
Living on the edge, Tanner.
Did I cut through something the other day? Did we change
haven't been here.
All right, we'll just.
What did it cut through? Did it cut through a mat?
Rachel did some stickers the other day and it cut through the stickers.
Well, that's fresh.
So Monday's live stream, we cut through the backing of the vinyl, and that was pretty bad. So if it cuts through the paper really well, that would be great.
That's okay.
But if it cut through too much, it would start. It may start like messing up our clean cut. So you really have to be careful about too much pressure or not enough pressure and things like that. So we'll try. We're gonna do a little bit more pressure. It is a 120-pound cardstock, so we'll see.
Just Rose, we did delete the letters because that is not what we wanted to have there. We kind of wanted the negative in there, so we sliced it out. And you'll see the project at the end. It looks absolutely beautiful.
Yes. So let's go ahead and turn that fast mode on.
You wanna?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is good.
Your funeral.
This is good. This is. What did you say?
Your funeral. I hate fast mode.
You cannot doubt God.
Oh my gosh, Tanner.
God is go cut through for us.
Yes.
This is going to be so good.
And Miss Lisa, you can choose your pressure depending on whether your blade is super new or whether it may be a little duller. You need to use more pressure. Usually when your blade is super new, you would be using a little bit less pressure, especially on things like vinyl and HDD.
I'm telling you, every time Rachel starts doubting me about it, I start doubting it. But
that's usually the way that works, yeah.
That's really. I think more pressure and fast mode is a blessing from God. Like I love both of them. I would swear by both of them.
Oh wow!
If I had to turn them on and
not
never turn them
the
off.
movies that Tanner Bell.
I'm saying, God, listen. I've been faithful to more pressure for a while. We love it. We love it.
And Terry, the heavy cardstock setting is newish. I think
Newish.
It's been for a couple months here.
Yeah.
But we definitely it's new to us. Pretty new. And Mark, you absolutely can use the Explorer Air with this.
Yes.
We're using the 5-point blade.
Lisa, did you buy the Frou coffee maker?
Frou.
We bought the Keurig K Cafe that we featured on yesterday's live stream. Highly recommend it for anyone that needs one. We realized that I couldn't find any espresso K pods. And I also was getting confused if a K cup and a K pod was the same thing.
That is confusing.
There's a lot.
And we're getting 2 different questions, Tanner, and I totally forgot. Can you change pressure on the Explorers?
Yes.
Okay.
Just like this. This is not some fancy special feature. You're able to do it just the same way we would. Anytime that you guys see someone using a 5-point blade, you are able to do it with your Explorer. And if you're using a standard grip mat, for the majority, you're always able to. So that's a great question. Yay! And I see a question talking about group, attach, and weld, or group and attach. So this is a great question, Carol. So group is only going to showcase on the canvas. So if you're grouping something together, that is not going to represent anything you've got going on your mat when you send it over to press make it. If this thing could be any louder.
She loud.
She is loud.
There she goes.
Yep.
Look at her go.
Okay. And then if you use attach, Miss Carol, that is going to attach it together, and however it looks on the canvas is going to look the same on the mat. When I talk about canvas, that is the page that you are designing, that you're moving things around. After you press make it, you'll see your image on a mat. That is what we talk about when we say mats. So there's a third one in there that I like to talk about. I love to talk about group, attach, and weld all in one. Group is, again, visual. So imagine an image that has 3 or 4 layers that on the canvas they need to be stuck together, and you're able to visualize it together, kind of like any of the Create a Critter images or anything like that. Those stay together, but when you click make it, all those layers line up on their own mat because they're all going to be cut a different color. Okay. Attach is when you're wanting to potentially only temporarily attach it. Attach is not permanent like weld would be. Weld is what you would use after you take a cursive word and you kern it and you make it look all pretty. Then you want to select that whole word and make sure you're happy with it because you'll never be able to change it again. and weld that together. So that's a quick breakdown. What we'd really recommend you to do is watch our video on the difference between group, attach, and weld you can find in the membership, or we have definitions provided in the Cricut printable guide for all members. So if you're not already a best value yearly member, feel free to take full advantage of that using the coupon code BEST at checkout today. And tomorrow is the last day to get grandfathered in at $40 off. So I hope that helps. We're super excited. But yes, here is our image, and we're super, super pumped. So we're going to remove this first. Don't need that. And what we're going to do is I'm going to actually flip it over. Now, paper, if you're interested in crafting with paper, please, please, please get excited, because I want to walk you guys through some really great tips. First things first, do not, I repeat, do not pick this up and try to peel it, because then you're going to have one piece of curled cardstock, and it's not going to be fun. It is not going to be something you're going to want to show your friends, and you just wasted quite a bit of time. Flip it over, peel back like so. Peel back with me, just like this. You can take all the pieces with you. You can leave all the pieces. I really don't care about the pieces because we're using the stencil. So we just need
the innards.
You only need the innards. But I do have a little fun hack that we're going to work with you guys on and teach you. So like for this days, we're going to definitely use that. So now, take your paper. Look at what we have just designed. Ta-da! And again, you will need your innards, so be careful with them. Keep them close by. It's going to be a little funny, white on white. But super, super easy. Super fun.
Innards is probably not the best word. Inside
sure.
of the letters.
I know what you're
innards,
talking about.
You know.
I know. That's all that matters, right?
Right.
Okay. So look at this right here, guys. How amazing is this? So first things first is you're going to take this and you're going to flip it around back, and you're going to take your ATG gun and you're going to take it around. If you guys have not purchased an ATG gun, click our shop Amazon link down below. Treat yourself to an ATG gun, because if you craft with paper, you will make your money back in less than a month from crafting, like honestly, like one time a month with it. So we want this to be down really well. So we're going to go into all these little areas. Just like so. Okay. And we're going to apply a little bit more here. So now we're going to pick it up and position where we want it. Just like so. Lay it down.
How pretty.
Look at it. Isn't that awesome? Now, here's where the fun begins. We're going to, and this is a great hack. I do not like having to worry about where my innards are going to be exactly laid down. So I like to take them. Give me 1 second.
And Tanner, Judy
Hi,
got
Judy.
an ATG gun for Christmas, and she wants the video on how to
Rachel,
load that. We have to make one.
We've got to get her that video because it is so important and so good.
We've
so
been
yes,
meaning
add that to my
forever.
video list, because that would be a easy fun one, because we've got to film that soon for Miss Judy and all our other friends that have or just got one. So now we're gonna pull out our awesome Zig 2A glue pen, and you want to start drawing where on the back. Okay, so little dots. What's cool is it's blue, and then it'll draw and it'll be clear. So you just take that, position it down, poke it down, and then you want to use your tweezers and pull up the backing, or that middle, and then you know it's perfect, just like that. So it's super easy. We're going to do that same thing with the A. So we're going to find our little pieces, our little innards.
And Mark, you're welcome to use spray adhesive on that larger piece if you did not
Totally.
want to use
Let me...
ATG.
I do not like spray adhesive.
I do. I like spray adhesive.
Well, here's why. It gets everywhere. It's
Well, that's a very true point. Valid
very
point.
tacky. You would not be able to touch this without having tack on even the front that you didn't, which is very odd. So I'm not a fan of spray adhesive, at least for paper crafting. And I prefer the two products we're using today, a Zig 2A glue pen, or the ATG is really great. But yeah, you could totally use it. It's just if you're curious, like why we wouldn't for this project, because we do love spray adhesive.
But like if you don't have ATG.
Exactly,
free,
exactly.
You know? And Miss Mary, she says, I wish after you weld text you could still see what the original font was. That is why we love to duplicate and hide one of the designs that you have that are attached and not welded. That way you can always go back in there just in case you need to re-edit something, just in case you need to change anything up. And you also can still see what font you use. So that's a great little hack
idea.
there.
Yes, we love that. Great little craft hack for you.
And I love Tanner's tip here, especially on this type of O. Me personally, I don't do it on like when it's in the middle of an O or in the middle of the Y like Tanner does. But he's so meticulous, he wants to. But on this O here,
I just don't want to have to think about it.
On this O here, I would never figure out where that top little
right
would go. So this is a very great little tip to do on letters like this.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's really good to get in a habit if you want to I just have fun playing with these tweezers, to be honest, because then you just hold these down and then pull these up and they're just smooth sailing. Ta-da! Look at that. I mean, you don't even have to worry about it.
And Tanner, can you explain a little bit more about what an ATG gun is?
Sure. I love an ATG gun. So this right here, if you have been to the craft store, and you have to be somebody that's actually looked at the process of what dry adhesive is. And we call this dry adhesive because it's not wet. So if it's not wet, it's dry.
It's like a tiny piece of tape.
It's instant, double-sided, strongest tape you'll ever see. It does really well with buttons because you can take just a little piece of this, and it's super tacky. It's really great.
And they have different types. Like
cartridges.
You can load in different types of tapes. Like we accidentally loaded one in.
That was like strong for framing.
Yeah.
So this right here is about $20, and then these little cartridge refills are like $2 or $3 a piece. You can get it generic. You can get them for paper crafting. There's a lot of different hacks about how to do it. But with that, you're gonna have great results. Great results. I promise. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, that we just highly recommend it. It's a really great and a way more affordable way to be a paper crafter. And I think all the paper crafters use them. Like I'm pretty sure all the ones you would watch here on YouTube would have one. We consider ourselves more just like a DIY company. So we don't just do paper crafts, or we just don't do vinyl. We do whatever we feel like on the day. So that's why I feel like we're pretty diverse. I come from a paper crafting background. That's why I feel like I know, but I haven't been deep into paper crafting in probably over 5 years. So these are just some of my favorite products that are, I know, still hands down the best.
Tanner, am I seeing that even more pressure did not cut through perfectly?
Yeah. Even with our new blade.
Maybe it's not new no more.
Maybe not. On you.
I bet. Becca said maybe it was because it was on fast mode.
I'm giving you a hard time.
I know.
Fast mode's lovely.
I've never used it. I don't know.
Becca's never used fast
Don't.
mode.
Don't, Becca. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't let fear control you. I love it.
And Brittany, these are actually reverse craft.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
Get you a pair.
These are marketed to crafters, this specific brand that we have
They're
now.
EK Success.
Yeah.
And Cricut has their pair. I mean, everybody has their reverse tweezer pair.
A lot of crafters have their own different brands, but I'm sure they're used for other things as well.
Yeah. Now this day's word, there's a lot of little pieces, so we're gonna have to be meticulous with this. So I like to just pick one up.
And Mary Ann Sweet Becca just calibrated our maker last week, so she good calibrated. And yeah. Dawn, there is a difference in the types of adhesive. So if you're talking just about the ATG gun, like I said, there are different. Do you call them cartridges, Taylor?
I call them cartridges. I guess that would be a proper term for it, just because they're little. What else could you call rolls? I mean, I guess it's like rolls of ATG.
Yeah.
Adhesive.
Insert. I don't know. Whatever they are. There are a lot of different.
Cartridge does sound pretty fancy.
And if you're talking about dry adhesive, there are so many types of dry adhesive.
For sure.
Just be sure you're getting the one that fits your crafting needs the best, for sure. And a good plan too is not to sink a lot of money into something you don't know if you'll love or not.
Yep.
So, and these are really affordable anyways. And again, we'll just adopt the same thing that we said at the beginning of this video, talking about Courtney's bad luck. You can always return it if you don't like it.
But I promise, the ATG is the most affordable dry adhesive.
It's a good one.
So
I do love it.
You'll love it. It's a game changer.
I've only ran out of it once when Tanner wasn't here, and
How
I
did
looked
it feel
up his
changing?
same video to
gosh.
reload it.
Once you've done it like 5 times, you're good. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to question it because it's just like you just remember it really easily.
And Miss Paris, we like to start our live streams normally at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday.
Yes.
And Dawn says, what is the blue pen you were using?
So this is for the little bitty pieces. It's called a Zig 2A glue pen. I saw my friend Melissa Garcia commenting that she loves hers as well. So I'm sure a lot of others have it and love it. You find them at the craft store. They're just really awesome. Here's the reason why I love it. They're cost effective for the most part, and they are really quick to draw. It's like one of the wettest adhesives that I've seen to draw the quickest. So I just really love it. Okay. Look at this. How amazing. So the day's letter is probably the hardest one to do. Ta-da! We have our O left. So, and our A right here. We'll do our A real quick. How fun. How many friends do we have hanging out with us today?
217.
Love it. Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Okay, this is a great question.
Ooh.
So, Tanner, Billy wants to know,
Hey, Billy.
what is the difference between this membership, classes, and summits?
That's a great question.
It can get very confusing. We totally understand.
It can totally. So our number one thing is if you have, it takes for this sale that's going on right now, to become a yearly member, it's $150. So $151.88 to be exact, right? So that will give you a year membership for a year. So you'll be a member for a year. Every time we come out with new artwork, you'll get access to the Facebook community. It's the number one product we have. We have over 4,000 amazing members, and it's our best-selling product. Okay, so you love it. You'll love it if you watch our videos. You absolutely want it, and you need it because that's how you get access to everything that we do. So you never feel left out being a yearly member. But then, if you absolutely love that and you want to level up your training in different classes, you can take advantage of a course, you can take advantage of a class. We have so many great ones in our ecosystem, and then that is awesome. And then 3 times a year, we put on these amazing weekend crafting events to kind of help our community come together, not only get to know each other, but also let other trainers come in and teach us. And they're over a weekend. So you get 10 classes on a Saturday and a Sunday, and it's really community focused and kind of helps inspire you guys to craft even more. So yeah, that's kind of the breakdown. We highly recommend your membership first. Then you can take a course or a summit as you see fit, as your budget allows, as your time allows, and it's so good. And I see Michelle just joined Makers Gonna Learn last night, so yay!
Welcome.
The deal is going away tomorrow, so I do not want to hear anybody ever say again that they weren't able to get in on a deal. This was great. We truly believe our product is worth full price, so if you cannot join by tomorrow, I promise you can pay $40 extra and you'll love it. So it's so good.
Ooh, Jordan has a great question.
Jordan, hey.
Since I have the yearly membership and I have those 3 free e-courses, can I watch them multiple times or just once?
As long as you're an active yearly member, you have access to that. You have access to the fonts, the cut files, the commercial license, everything.
So you can watch those as many times as you like.
Yes, as many times, rewatch it, reference it, everything like that. But look at how great this is. So all you would want to do is after this, pop it into the frame and you're good to go. Look, this is the difference of the 2 watercolor papers we use. So this one kind of has more blues, more pinks. This one has more oranges and yellows. So both of these are so adorable. And this frame right here is a really great one. It's a float frame. So we love a float frame. I believe it's from Art Minds at Michael's. So this is so, so good. And it's a lot of fun. Oh, Melissa wants to do a crafting cruise. I really want to do a craft retreat here in Gatlinburg. Who would want to come to Gatlinburg? I love Gatlinburg.
No one. I'm joking.
We love it.
A lot of people come to Dollywood.
Oh yeah.
That's where
Oh yeah. A
people
lot of people come to
gravitate to. I forget
Dollywood.
that we have Dollywood.
Yeah, it's the
sometimes.
most visited national park or something, I think. I'm not sure.
Dollywood is
Or
a
not
national
Dollywood.
park?
Not Dollywood. Great Smoky Mountains in general.
Oh, there we go. Yes.
Yeah, we love it. Oh, Paris says I joined my membership yesterday. My maker's on the way. Woohoo! We love it. And Mark, with the commercial license, you can make anything up to 500 times and sell it without having to get our enterprise license.
And that means like if someone calls you and says, "I need 550 bumper stickers,"
yeah,
you have to say
and you
no.
want to and
But
you want to use
have
one
to,
of
like,
our fonts or something. For
Right,
sure.
right, yeah.
Yeah, so good, and we love it. So you do not need Cricut Design Space and Maker's Gonna Learn, because Cricut Design Space is free. Cricut Access is not. So I hope that makes sense. And we love it. So yeah, we are about an hour away from Gatlinburg and different things like that. So we could put on a really fun conference. But there was another question that I had up there.
Up here?
Was there another question? Scroll up just a tad bit if you would. I feel like there was a question. Oh, what's the price on Pro 2? Rachel, will you drop her the link for Pro 2 once
Absolutely.
again?
I must have missed that.
No
I'm sorry.
worries. You are all good. And we love it. So if you guys need that, you can go ahead and take advantage of that. And it's super good. So yay. Again, guys, thank you so much for conquering this awesome project with me. It has been so much fun. We absolutely love it. And we're super, super excited to see you guys being able to slice through whatever project you want, create your very own stencils. Because here's the thing, you could do the same project, create it, and you could use the stencil like this with vinyl and make different things like painted frames or anything like that. We just decided to use it as actual decor, which I think is really, really fun. So yay! How awesome is that? Let us know what questions you have. We're super excited. I am very excited for the Keurig. I think it's going to be really good, and it is so much fun. I don't know when we would put together a conference. I don't know if we have the manpower to put on a conference, Rachel.
Well, there's only like a couple
like
of
four
us.
of us.
There's a handful of us.
I know it's we have a nice little handful here in our Tennessee office. But yeah, so I don't know. It's conferences do scare me, to be a little honest.
Well,
they're very expensive.
Putting one on is
They're
scary
very
for
expensive. So if that's something you all really want, maybe we'll do a very small event. And it's so much fun. Linda says how to attach it to the frame. So you just literally add it. So it's a floating frame. So there's a little.
There's like
piece in
two
here.
pieces of plastic in between there, and you just lay it down on one and lay the back piece on. And
It's a floating frame. So that's the type of frame you would purchase. It's just like one of these floating frames. You can find them at Walmart, Target, the craft store, and just a lot of fun.
And
So,
Tanner, tell me if I'm wrong, but Miss Nadine, if
Hi,
you do
Miss
purchase
Nadine.
a Summit, it will come with a supply list.
It does come with a supply list. So you get the supply list probably like 4 to 6 weeks in advance. So that gives you plenty of time to shop, get anything that you need additional.
So that's cool. Yeah, you get
Very
everything
much
you
fun.
need to know. We usually try and do our best to link some things there to make it a little easier.
Give you all the resources to anything that we love that we found was helpful in the process. So awesome, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic Wednesday. I will see you back here next week. Rachel and Becca are going to have a lot of fun with you over the next few days. So be sure to tune back in and support them at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope you guys have a fantastic Wednesday. Bye, friends.